Hello everyone, I'm here too, and today I'll be talking about Galactica at Alton Towers. This ride was designed by John Wardley and built by B&M. The ride has a maximum height of 20 meters and a top speed of 75 kilometers or alternatively 47 miles per hour. Now, most of you will probably know that the ride opened as air back in 2002. Before being changed in 2016. However, I will continue to call it Galactica given I never rode it back when it was air and the big sign outside the ride still says Galactica. So I'm just doing what that says. Now then, on with the video. The ride was originally intended to be opened in 1995 as Secret Weapon 4. However, the ride was then pushed back a few years and ended up in the slot of Secret Weapon 5. Alton Towers knew that they'd have to do something big in order to top Oblivion, which was advertised as the world's first vertical drop roller coaster. That isn't actually true, but let's ignore that. Following that, Alton Towers decided to promote Air as the world's first flying coaster. However, this was also untrue. I'm going to ignore that and move on to 2016, when Alton Towers needed to do something to bring guests back after the infamous Smiler crash. So they decided to reopen it as Galactica, with an actual world's first element this time. That being that it was the world's first roller coaster fully dedicated to virtual reality. It was quite an interesting idea at the time because you'd be able to see whatever the ride wanted you to see, as opposed to just more trees. However, in the long run, that proved not to be a fantastic idea. They got immediate praise, but the VR headsets were ultimately slowing down the ride quite a bit, what with each headset needing to be cleaned between uses. At first, they just made the VR optional before it was outright removed in March 2019. I'm still going to call it Galactica. Don't get angry at me in the comments for that. I know a lot of people are loyal to Air, but I'm not one of them. So don't be angry. Now, going forward, this ending segment will be a lot shorter because I won't try to bring as much of my personal attachment to rides into videos. This is supposed to be more of just an educational series about numbers so that you can just listen to a few the night before you go to a park and then impress everyone else when you're there. But for this ride, I want to talk a bit more. It's very special to me for personal reasons. So instead of just listing reasons that the ride's popular, I want to talk about myself and my theme park journey, if no one minds. This isn't the biggest or fastest ride at the park, but it's my favourite. I had ridden another Secret Weapon before this one, which I'll cover in a future video if this series does well enough, but I still hadn't properly gotten over my fear of rides. It was always hard being the coward, the one who held the bags. But this ride was what I finally rode to get over my fear. It was hard at the time, but I did, and it was fantastic. This was the first time I felt that thrill. The reason so many people love theme parks. I know it's not the best ride here. Nemesis is just a short walk away, but this is my favourite ride in maybe the entire country. This is what finally opened my eyes. It opened the door to everything I had to look forward to. This is what properly started my love for theme parks. And I can't think of a better ride to start this podcast. Okay, that's enough being sentimental. A lot of people still like the ride because of its flying element, and particularly the one bit where it goes from flying to lying. A lot of people like that. Again, I won't be this personal in the future. This was just a special ride to me. Thank you everyone for listening. Please remember to like, share, and leave a comment asking what you want me to talk about in the future. For now, goodbye.